Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Bean, and I'm back with another video. What's good with y'all, TGB, man? Team Get Boxed, man. It feels good to be back, man. Madden 23 is about 3 days away from here, man. I know I haven't uploaded in a minute, and that's because there hasn't really been anything to upload because I didn't play much this year. So kind of at the end of Madden 22, the game kind of died and there was nothing really for me to post, but I am back now. And this is going to be a Madden 23 vid. Best believe I will be uploading a bunch of content in Madden 23, from tutorials to gameplay to MUT. All that will be posted here on my channel, so please be sure to hit that sub button and turn on the post notification bell so you get notified every single time I post. And also a big announcement is join my Discord. I will be starting up a franchise in Madden 23, and you have to be subbed up to the channel and in the Discord in order to join the franchise. And it will be one, if we can get enough people to do it on current gen and next gen, we'll do it on both consoles. It just depends on how many people we have. Now for the, y'all seen the title of the video, man. Madden 23, do not listen to Twitter, man. I'm very excited about Madden 23. Now, yes, I know that it's EA and it's Madden. It's a Madden game. There's gonna be bugs and there's gonna be plays and there's gonna be meta and there's gonna be schemes that are gonna be very, very hard to stop. But I feel like in a very long time that this can be the most competitive Madden in a very long time, just off the simple fact of it seems as if they've executed this freelance passing or whatever you want to call it, to where you can just put the ball where you want to put it and things like that. And so basically what I'm gonna do here is, if y'all don't know already, TD Barrett and I think it was Clef the God, they played each other in Madden 23. Actually, it is on the Madden 23 YouTube channel, so if you haven't seen the full game, be sure to check that out over there. But I will be inserting some clips because I can't post the full game for the simple fact of copyright purposes and things like that. But I'm going to be showing y'all some clips on some things I like about what I've seen from that game and them just playing each other. So let's go ahead and insert the first clip.
This is something that FieldSense gave us the ability to do.
All right, y'all boys, that is the first clip right there. Now there will be two clips of me showing off this little freelance passing and how TD used it to his advantage in a way that I personally like. Now that first clip was on like a crosser going across the middle of the field, and there's two things I noticed from that, and that is the position in which the safety is, that is in, like that the safety was standing in close to the receiver, and how he positioned the ball to the backside, towards more the backside shoulder of the receiver to where the safety couldn't get it. Now, as far as the safety's positioning goes, in this Madden, on those crossers, those safeties are just gonna, as soon as you call hut, I believe Clef was in a cover 3. As soon as you call hut, those safeties are gonna drift off more towards the sidelines and just deep down the field, versus of paying attention what's going on the field. Because if there's no threats to the sideline, there's no reason for your safeties to be playing that far to the sideline. So if y'all pay close attention and y'all rewind that clip a few times, y'all notice that that safety is playing more so inside, closer towards where receivers are coming to and things like that, instead of like in Madden 22 or in previous Maddens, that safety would just drift off backwards, closer towards the sidelines, and just back towards the end zone. And as far as that pass is an elite pass, because before in Madden 22 and then previous Maddens before it, current gen and next gen, you didn't have the option to throw the ball anywhere but pass leading on crossers. If you play Madden, if you're an experienced Madden player, you know this. You know 9 times out of 10 when you're looking for crossers, you're not looking in the middle of the field because you don't have that option, because you know that your QB can only pass lead towards where the route is running, versus just throwing it to him to where he's open instead of leading it towards the defender and things like that. And so yeah, so now let me cue this second clip that is much more exciting than that first one I just showed y'all. And so yeah.
Elite high passes. Back. Oh
my God.
All right, y'all, man. As y'all see in that clip, a back shoulder touchdown was performed and thrown. Now, one thing I noticed is that it's not very realistic in the way it kind of happened. He kind of had to stop with his user, like TD clicked on to the I think that was Mike Williams in that clip, and he had to kind of stop and then catch it towards his back shoulder. But all in all, that's an improvement from Madden 23 because you weren't able to do that at all. So that alone right there is just a beautiful, amazing addition to the game. Now, hopefully, EA obviously should not let this get out of hand to where back shoulder throws can turn into a meta and they're super hard to stop and things like that. If you feel me, if you play underneath, that corner should be able to break on the ball, turn around and jump it. Or if they're just even a better cornerback like your Jalen Ramsey's, Jair Alexander's, and Tre'Davious White's, they should be able to turn and break on the ball in those back shoulder throws. Although that is one of the hardest plays to kind of break up, I feel like they're at an elite enough level to have the awareness to come back and break on the ball. Now, like I said, I feel like this is like, it just can separate, it can create a whole skill gap and make the game much more competitive, because some players may not know the timing on when to click on to your receiver to kind of stop and catch it. Some people may not know the timing when to throw the back shoulder throw, and just simple things like that and little things like that that can just change this game and make it for the better. Now, obviously, you know, it's still a Madden game. They have bugs. They show bugs within when they show gameplay. So let's go ahead and hop into that.
Excited to hear people talk about something that's under the radar.
I think I'm gonna go with defensive evade moves. Like, this is the first time in Madden we've given users a tool to evade, block.
Now that first bug, I don't know if it was a bug or it's intentional, but that clip that y'all just seen is a problem. I don't think there's no world to where there's a center and a linebacker, and the center sees the linebacker blitzing and he just stands there and doesn't react. And EA and Madden actually went out their way to show this clip. That isn't even a part of the game that they displayed on their YouTube channel. They went out their way to show that clip. So it may be an intentional addition. And if that's intentional, I hope they're able to take it out the game as easy as they were to put in the game. Because I feel as if, yes, I do understand that there's certain linebacker blitz concepts that get free wide open. But when that center is blocking absolutely nobody, there's no reason that center should not be able to recognize that there's a linebacker that's blitzing clean down the middle and not able to block him. So that is one thing that I feel like that needs to be fixed, and I hope doesn't turn into a problem. And I just hope they were trying to display their block shed and it was just a bad clip. And so yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. Let's hop into another clip that I find pretty interesting. It's not a bug, but it can turn into a slight problem.
Let's watch.
All right, y'all. After seeing that clip, I had closely analyzed, although it was an incompletion or a sack, whatever happened on that play, it didn't get completed. But one big thing that I've noticed from that play is that crosser pulling down that outside safety so much. Yes, I know that they added a new kind of technology in that drift logic thing to where if there's nobody going above them, they're not dropping back, they're coming down on crosses and things like that. But I predicted this in one of my earlier videos about Madden 23, and this drift logic is that if you pay attention to that crosser, it pulls down that opposite safety so far, or cornerback that's supposed to be playing a deep blue, so far down that if you notice, if he had just a little bit more time in the pocket or could have made some shake, he had that post going on top of that crosser wide open for a one-play touchdown, as long as he got a good accurate ball, because that outside safety is coming down on that crosser. Meanwhile, there's a post going over the top towards his sideline. So hopefully EA can find the perfect balance, or that's going to get out of control, because that concept is going to be so easy to make, man. All you have to do is call a bunch formation to where there's a crosser. Actually, PA blew over. It's a crosser going on the inside with a post over the top. And as long as that middle safety is kind of, you feel me, held towards the middle and not following that deep post over the top, you're going to have that deep post open all day long. So hopefully that safety, it's not a common thing for that safety to come so far down on that crosser. And he's able to still play his the overtop versus the underneath, because you always, in football, I don't care in what type of football you're playing, whether it's the NFL or Madden. That safety's job is to protect the end zone. So maybe if the play got extended a little bit longer, he might have would have ran back towards that post and guarded that and maybe gave up the crosser. But all in all, I guess it did what it was supposed to do, man. They covered him long enough to where that the defensive lineman or whoever's blitzing can get pressure to the quarterback, and there was no completion at all. But just based off of that clip, I just feel like I've seen a one-play touchdown or a cover three beater just off that alone. So now let's hop into another I wouldn't say problem, but something that me personally, I don't like. So let's go ahead and display these clips. All right, y'all. Those clips are returns. Now, one big thing I've noticed, man, they're getting about 30 yards per return, man. Hopefully, it's just because of the teams they pick. But I've noticed in almost every return in that game, there was two open of lanes and things like that. So hopefully they can do something to slow down the kick returns, because I don't want to have to kick it to the fullback every time, or have the best kicker so I can just, or have wind with me so I can just kick touchbacks and things like that every time. I want to be able to kick it to that return man and be confident sometimes in that they might not make it towards the 25-yard line and things like that, versus knowing that every time I kick it to the return man, they're just going to run at least 30 yards. So there's no point in me even kicking it to the guy who's supposed to be returning the ball. Now, that's pretty much it on Madden 23, man. Overall, I see a W. Yes, I do think there's obviously going to be some problems to fix, but that's with all video games. You can't name me one video game that comes out and doesn't have some sort of problem with that game. And so, yeah, so we just got to wait and see until release date and see what the metas are and see how overpowered the metas are, because that's what the really make or break thing is. Yes, there can be a meta, and there's always going to be a meta. It's about whether that meta is overpowered or not, or if it's just the best scheme to run. So yeah, so hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, man. Like I said in the intro, we will be starting a franchise for Madden 23. So be sure to join the Discord. The Discord link will be down below in the description. And also subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that like button on this video and comment down below what y'all would like to see from me in Madden 23, man. And it's your boy Bean, and I'm out.